Salut.
On est là, ça y est, on a remis, les micros en marche. Salut à tous messieurs, dames, moi je vais
All right.
on va laisser,
Hello. We have Gensou Skydrift here, and your commentators will be Cradfizz and Repudiator.
discuter de tout ça, et puis voilà.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi.
Hello, hello.
Okay. No. Hello, folks. Yeah, we are the two people that have been dragged along, kicking and screaming, in order to commentate over this fine game because, well, we have nothing better to do with our life at that time, presumably. But well, we'll just see you. Sit back, watch lots of bit of this, for lack of a better term, Mario Kart sort of. Well, okay, I should preface this, say that Gensou Skydrift is a bit of an interesting matchup of Mario Kart and Sonic Riders, in that, well, it's Mario Kart. Any party like racer is going to be compared inevitably to Mario Kart, but it's a hoverboard style racing. You think back to the longing days of the mid to late 2000s when Sonic, before he was in a car, tried to be a hoverboard rider instead. It's a weird time. It's a weird era of video games. But this really is. And with those two, you also have the addition of this weird and funky IP called Toho. And trying to explain Toho is probably well beyond the time I have to commentate over this before this run starts.
Just call it anime, it's close enough.
I mean, well, if you want to be yelled at by people online,
I know I'm gonna get yelled at, but you know.
Yeah, you will. Why'd you do that? You've already committed a terrible mistake. Well, it's only been 2 minutes, and you're already going to receive beyond not belief. But oh well. That's how we do it.
Looks like we are starting the run.
Yeah, but I'm behind annoyingly, so I can. Annoyingly,
Well,
on my
he's
end,
just scrolling through the text right now.
yeah, annoyingly on mine, I'm slightly bit behind, so I might not have the best coverage. But he's loading up the camp. This is a first campaign speedrun where he goes through the boring story. Well, it's a story. It's not really much of a story. Well, there's a story. Doesn't make a lot of sense. It's a story, and you probably, if you want to try to explain it, it's beyond our pay grade of explaining.
I mean, it's not that complicated. The story is pretty much just so you have the two protagonists here, Reima and Marisa, and they're like, hey, some weird thing stole our powers. We gotta go and find it. But we're weak now. How are we gonna do that? Oh, let's team up by riding each other. What? Okay, racing game time. That's the whole story.
That's pretty much the only plot you need to know. But now in the actual gameplay, let's probably explain how this game works. Well, actually, let's explain how this run works effectively. You could probably, the run first gets 1 point. Basically, because this is a speed run, you're watching this as a speed running marathon. You'll want to the item relevant here will be that little. A couple seconds ago, he spun up a little red swirly little thing. It's called a Demon Lord Cradle, or the Cradle for short. Effectively, it's the horrible.
He's probably gonna go for the cut.
I'm behind still.
Yeah, he got it.
But effectively, it's the terrible mistake between a mushroom and, for those who can remember, think back on Mario Kart days. I think it's the feather. It's a relevant item.
The feather.
Basically, speed boost and a height boost. Now, on this course, you don't necessarily a critical point on the first corner with a sweeping right-hander relevant to cutting a significant part of that corner. But otherwise, not. It's how do I say this? It's going to be something. Well, I think we're already done it. I thought it was only 2 laps, but now it's actual computer opponents this time. So what's happened now is that now we encountered the evil player 2, well, actually the player 3, Reimu. Sanaj and her resident. I'm really behind. Okay. Effectively, on the for magic here, what you have there on the you can talk about bunk. That shortcut there, if you can do a correct flying line into that corner, you can cut the widening sweeping corner. Save about 1 to 1.5 seconds per lap on that. Not necessarily a critical failure. I mean, bonking, you're gonna lose it quite a lot of time. Like on a speedrun, like okay, admittedly, a speedrun of this game is quite RNG heavy, especially now with the latest patch screwing up the draw tables for items. Like you want fans, which fans are basically a mushroom for all intents and purposes. It's a speed boost. What more explanation do you need? And effectively, you just need to get around as fast as possible. But the problem with campaign speedrun is that you have specific character combinations which may not necessarily be any good. And adding to that, you have item RNG, which got screwed up in the latest patch to the game 2.06, where on small player count matches, which is what most of this campaign is going to be, at least for the first half of the race, you can't draw a cradle. Like you still draw a fan, still potentially.
Well, you can draw a cradle. It's just the chance is very low.
It's a 1 in 8 chance compared to if you were to sit back, as we call it, bagging at the back of the pack. You have a high chance, but for at least for 30 seconds, you are at a statistical disadvantage and at the mercy of RNG. So, not exactly the best. Not exactly the best setup for running, but that's probably half the fun.
Assez classique.
Now we're on to Human Village. I'm a bit behind, mainly.
Yes.
The trick with this particular combination here, Swako and Sanai, not going to be a good combination for this track at all. Swako is the slowest character in the game. The performance metrics for your character is depending on which character is at the bottom. So if he's going to be on Swako, if he's going to be on the character with the little yellow hat, he's going to be at the very slowest, unless he's in the air. If he's in the air, he's the highest, fastest speed in the air, but slowest on the ground. So it's going to be not exactly a good setup. Sanai, on the other hand, mediocre speed, but excellent performance, excellent turning metrics, but overall, not terribly useful characters. Swako does have the benefit of having the highest spell, which basically, if you look down to the lower right of your screen, you'll see a growing spell bar, which effectively is, as you might be able to infer from the gameplay already, it's how you draw items. Fill up that bar up to being filled, and you can draw an item. You get 2 levels of items. Generally, for all intents and purposes, you probably want to just roll to level 1, because that's what cradles and fans exist at. There are higher versions of those. So you go for level 2, but then when you roll for that, you'll have no meat at all, and you need it because you see a runner here keep on switching over and over to get the additional boost speed. And it's a small little section of speed that actually can make a difference. Well, does make a difference, but for some characters, makes even more of a difference. And you will go faster. But you also need to keep in the meter in order to keep rolling for items. And on a run like this, you need to be snapping it, rolling those items in order to get the cradles, get the fans, get everything you need. But if you're unlucky, like I see, hasn't really got any fans or cradles at all in this final lap here, you aren't really going to be doing much. And I can't say it might be a good. Well, we never know, because RNG can be a blessing and a curse. You never really know.
Yeah, it is unfortunate he didn't pull any cradles on this map. I forget how much time that shortcut saves.
It's about 3 or 4 seconds a lap, but you can't get on first lap. You got no meter for that point, effectively, to want to roll for an item. So effectively, you're already down 8 seconds here, combined with the other coins. Like I think on Mark's record, he actually cradled the corner after the loop. You could do itemless normally, so he actually wasted at least 3 seconds on that as well. So I can't say this is a particularly good run from my perspective. Now we're on to Skydrift Mention, and we got Koichi and Kokoro here. Koichi, the black hat one. All I can say is meh. It is a long and treasured story to her, but for the purposes of this game, performance metrics, meh. I'll say that much. Kokoro, on the other hand, the pink one, very fast on the ground. Extremely, the second fastest in the game on the ground. But when it comes to handling metrics, pitiful. And acceleration and boost, because both are the same stat for the purposes of this game at this point, also pretty low. So a weird wacky combination here. So it's definitely not preferable. I notice he's missing quite a lot of rings, at least on the backhand board.
Oh, he does not go for the stairs.
And did knock on the inside of the. Oh yeah, no. I'm sorry, he didn't. Oh, yes, I'm behind a bit, but did not go for the stairs. Did not go on the inside of the final corner. I can say he's not going for the optimal line at all. I hate to
Well,
be such
you know,
use such blunt language here, but yeah, it's definitely not
yes, there are definitely faster paths that you can take. At the
significantly
beginning of
faster
the
path.
laps, if you go up on the stairs to either side, it's an alternate path that takes a little bit less time. I think it saves like 2 or 3 seconds. I'm not sure.
About something like that, but obviously you cannot take on lap 1 because you're past that point when you start lapping. But on lap 2 and 3, yeah, you can take it, and you do want to take it.
Unfortunate he got hit by the Onbashida there. Put him at a complete stop at that angle.
Yeah, that's not. He still misses the inside of that corner, which you could do completely itemless. You just turn on in and you get a free boost. Get that corner, it saves you about 0.7 of a lap. And another Honey Bashir. Oh god, it's just calamity and disaster everywhere. No,
It's okay. This is just time save for the next run.
So we help you. Like I hate to be so blunt, and the Swaka lost. We're going to slow him down to it. Absolute, especially on Kokoro, slowing him down. And on Koichi, is going to slow him down to a complete pittance because Swaka's last word. Let's just say a last word is actually a super in a racing. Using fighting game terms in a racing game is a bit funny, but yeah, a last word is effectively the character's super does some weird and fanciful effects depending on the character you use. Swaka slowed down everyone ahead of her and gives her a boost, but because the runner is ahead, because it's a first single player race,
on
you
everyone,
want to be ahead.
Even if you're behind.
Everyone ahead is Swaka, not 8 people behind. But regardless, if you're still behind it, that slows down by 2.5, I want to say, on average. Combined with missing so many easy shortcuts, this is poor. I mean, granted, he is skipping through the dialogue quickly. I've never been able to quickly figure out exactly what how to skip through the test quickly.
You just hold the spell button.
Mode. Oh, I never figured that out. Also notice he's using Japanese text. It's the legends foretell it scrolls faster. But now
I have
we're
no
on
idea
Bamboo
if it's
Forest.
faster or not in this game, but it doesn't hurt to be safe.
Just go on the common logic. Found it out by years of speedrunning. Assume the Japanese text is right and move on. But now this is Bamboo Forest and the Lost.
Did the screen just go black for you?
I'm behind. Oh, it is. Okay, it has gone black now. The folks don't see what the hell's going on anymore.
Okay, we're back.
Are we back?
That was a little concerning, but I guess.
Alright, well, I don't know what the hell happened in the last. I was gonna say, this course, Learn Force, Lost here. Not a course that actually has any significant shortcut potential. This actually has one of the weakest shortcuts in the game. And, I mean, I've personally always hit the fence on it, so I've never had a significant time saving of it. But it's not a shortcut for any of us. You have what fancy instead of cradles. And I can tell right now, not really optimal racing strategy at all. The combination he's using now, Romelia and Sakia. Sakia is well, I have to go for the meme here. It's waifu Dio at the relevant meme. But her performance in this game, slow on the ground, good cornering, but very slow overall. Romelia, on the other hand, is one of the best characters you can use in the game. 73. That's the speed of this game ranges from 67.4 to 75. Romelia has a 73 on the ground and 73 in the air, which gives her has a very good general speed ratio. Drifting and handling is poor, and acceleration is a bit poor. But if you can handle her extremely well, I kind of notice he's not really using really all that much here, and it's sort of painful for me to watch.
You can't do that shortcut with the fan. That is a
shortcut. Yeah, the cradle only shortcut, and you just wasted. That was a waste of about 0.8, I want to say. But with a bonk, it could be up to a second, even lost right there. So, yeah, I can't expect this to be a. I don't want to be so negative, but
it's just a stream run showcase. It's not going to be like a PV or anything. Now, on this track is one of the ones where you'll definitely notice the recent patch that changed the item tables in the first 30 seconds is going to come into a big play, because before on this map, what you would always want to do is bag at that the red ring, which will always give you a full bar on the first lap. And then if you're in third place, you will have a higher chance of pulling the cradles that allow you to take the shortcut. But because of the item table changes, that's no longer a thing. So now you really have to rely on RNG to get a good time on this lap or at this race.
Which is really unfortunate. I mean, so and these cradle shortcuts in your there's no shortcuts. We don't talk about it because it's usually a broken mess that gets you trapped more often than not. But the main
really
shortcut here
does.
does actually, it really does. The main shortcut here does provide at least about 4 seconds save. I want to say it's pretty significant. You can pretty much, if you're the unlucky sod in first place who does not have a cradle, and the guy behind you has a cradle, 9 times out of 10 you'll be overtaken and lose to the guy who had a cradle because the shortcut was on the final corner of the track, which cuts out most of the bloody corner.
Yeah, this whole turn here you cut out.
And it completely saves a significant amount of time. So not having access to that really screws up the run. Not to mention also, on the first corner, you should be killing on the inside, goes to the egg, and cut on the inside there. It saves you a second, I reckon, there. I haven't actually got the specific number in front of me, but I would usually about half a second to a 0.7. Usually you can get out of that. No, I couldn't see him do that. And I kind of been noticing he's trying to build some meter with
got a cradle
at the bottom. Oh, he did go great. Okay, so maybe there is some salvage here. Maybe all hope is not lost. Or so we hope. But I know. Oh, my stream buffering. Well, this is going worse for me. But yeah, but it even so, like I'm noticing he's not being terrible. I mean, as I said before, these aren't really terribly efficient character combinations at all. Like the other speedrunning formats for this, which is just running straight courses in time trauma, which is your preferred combination of characters. Obviously, you have a preferred combination of characters you can rely on. Wait, what? Did he not go for the? Oh my god, he did not go for what the? What are you doing, man? Oh my god, I'm sorry. This is so painful for me to watch as a player. This is. What are you doing?
Right. Well, Ref, you're in for some real pain now. We are on Suwako Sanaya on the longest track in the game with the slowest combo.
Oh no! God, yes, say Rensen or Fromethon with his ship or any other assorted terminology you want to use. This is not the Rainbow Road of this game, but this is the longest track where it is so long it averages. If you have a good combination and you're doing well, it averages 3 minutes. But on this combination, I'll give 3 minute 10. I'll be generous.
No, it'll be more than that because this track is generous. You are almost guaranteed to get hit by one of the Sakuga last word or something, and that's already 4 second time loss right there.
True. I was being generous with this 3 minute 10. Like that's on a good day, I'll get 3 minute 10 like, on this combination on this track. But yeah, there's no shortcuts here, is it? There's no real hoping we have a cradle here to cut out a corner. No, this is completely and utterly a direct line. Just hammer out the track until you get around the pane. But you have Koichi who slows you down and takes away all your meter. You have Kokoro who can attack you from behind, but who causes you to explode after 10-second countdown. Fear's not going to do anything, nor is Nue, which are the other two characters who are introduced for this track. Romelia, she could activate her last word, which is basically a spiny shell. Actually, it's did Minecraft 7 spiny shell run along the ground? Was that still in the air? I forget when they went back to ground-based spiny shell. It's a ground-based spiny shell that attacks everyone in this field. I'll say that much. Yeah, with Tanai Twaga who are slow, you're not being fast on this, and you have the risk of everyone else slowing you down horribly. So, yeah, this is the slog part of the run where things don't go, especially if you don't get any fans or cradles. Like, he's just got a bomb there. You can't exactly attack anything. That's no attack.
I'm not really sure if it's worth pulling for level 1 items on this race, because you can pull your Suwako last word if you keep your spell. Should be able to pull it towards the end of lap 3.
Yeah, in order to pull a last word, you need to have two. You need to have the bar provides 2 levels of growth, so you have to upgrade the bar first off in your first instance, where it's a green bar that says ready then, and then go up to your blue instance, where it has a ready again and has blue text. And then at that point, if the yellow bar behind it all, which is determined, the charge rate that's determined by the amount of time has progressed in the race and picking a position, you can activate your last word. And particularly, yeah, a Swaka last word would actually be nice to have, but he's just burning through meters, so he ain't gonna get it. Even with Swako's maximum, even with Swako's maximum spell stat, you won't be able to get it. You're just gonna have to rely on the pure character speed, which is not a lot.
I will say I'm surprised we did not see the Sakage last word. That always gets me when I try and run this.
Yeah, that's well. Online is a completely different beast from single player. We'll say that the AI in this game is either very poor or very odd. That's all I'll say on that. Now we're on to the shortest track in the game, a complete and utter weird one. This is Hakagilkuro, or tree, as we use in the nomenclature. This is a track. Did he not even get the rocket boost on that? Did he just sit behind and not even get the rocket boost? I don't think he got the rocket boost. Oh, regardless, this is a very quick track. It's the shortest track. It's just a point-to-point track, but you have very little ability to get items here unless you purposely sit behind and just grind out rings. But I see right now he is just spamming switch in the hopes that I'll somehow save him. That's brave. I'll say that much. This track is basically you drift around through the rings and you know. On the off chance you decide to kill your meter by rolling for an item, there are two shortcuts here that can help you if you got a cradle. Doesn't help you a whole lot, but a bit helps. But he right now, like see, just completely burning through meter trying to make his way through the track, and I don't want to be so negative about his gameplay. I want to be respectful, but like.
Avoiding the shortcuts is a safe strat because those shortcuts are really easy to mess up on, and if you fall off, that's a lot of time loss right there.
Well, yeah, that's because you high drift characters, so you turn to the invisible wall. I don't. I use low drifts, therefore I can get around it without having to bother hitting the side. But regardless, I was gonna say, it's burning meat and switch madly. I mean. We all when we start playing. That was saying that will work early on. Nowadays we learn that doesn't work. So I think there's a time thing that had there. Okay, now on to what I think is the worst track in the game, but what you think is the best track, don't you?
No, I think Misty Lake is the best track.
Wow. All right. Please subvert my bloody opinion. All right. This is Embers of Blazing Hell. Well, I like to call Bowser's Castle if it was a lot worse for
he's not going for the last one though.
So this track is that spiral he just went through that's the general null spot to cradle on this track because you avoid going on the spiral once. I think it's for saving roundabout. Therefore, specifically that's something that if you don't use it on the first try, like, they definitely could have used it there and made it some time saving. He didn't.
That hurt me a little bit to watch.
Yeah. And with this track, this track touches up a lot of shortcuts. Like even you don't need cross for this shortcut track. You can just do it with hands, right thing, and the vertical inputs. You can actually make these shortcuts without using cradles at all. You just do them with fans. But if you want to capitalize on the shortcuts, you have to take shortcuts. Well, obviously, the main one is that spiral there. Also, at the end of the course, if you were to go off to the right, there's a little cable entrance. It's a bit buggy to get into because invisible walls convenient just high up you can barely make it into it. But you can get to a substantial sin compared to this far. The other one is the big shortcut you want to aim for, but a little bit of extra time on the side and lap, nice to have. But I don't really see much of that happening now. I mean, the combination he has now, he has a reason.
Alright, he's okay.
The question he has now, which is Raisin and Yomo, are also again not terribly good characters in the overall scheme of things. Yomo is slow. Raisin is statistically average character. Average. I think that's like on purpose. Just fun in my mind. But nothing. I mean, Raisin's last word is effectively a star a very long stock of the standard like star ripoffs in the game. So really, there could be argument that could be a viable strategy. I mean, Yomu's Last Word also provides an indefinite speed boost. It doesn't last about 90 seconds if you don't get it. Not sure how much gain.
Oh, there's the Sakuya Last Word. This is the second longest track in the game, so it might come up here too.
Yeah, definitely if you lost it would have a.
Oh, and the Suwako Last Word too, but he finished, so that was not as.
This is just bad news bears. This whole track is, yeah. That's not good.
Well, we're at the last track of the speedrun now, Misty Lake.
Oh, the end. Oh god.
Yeah, this is the first campaign run.
I thought we had tracked, to be honest. Well, this is not Rainbow Road. It would look like to be a Rainbow Road. It's not Rainbow Road. It's a track where air characters have a dumb advantage and a lot of other really dumb things that I don't like.
Messes up the. Oh,
I'm still behind.
This is very unfortunate.
Oh god! Oh, that's a complete. Oh no! Oh no! That's he's lost. Following the track and missed that shortcut. She fall off twice. That's a 6-second loss. That's very poor.
Is it 3 seconds per time you fall off?
I think. I mean, it's like that. I mean, I don't have the exact results to know.
I think it depends on your respawn too.
It really depends on the respawn and how far and away it is for what is. And he missed the cutting in off the second stone. He missed cutting inside on all the ball. Yeah, there's definitely. It does do that, but I should say, Reimu's got 74 airspeed. I think I said it before. If I didn't say it before, I said it now. So she's actually the second fastest in the air. Fastest being Suwako. So really, on this track, you want to be on Reimu in the air where at all possible. Marisa's faster on the ground compared to Reimu, so you want to be on Marisa on the ground. But there's like so many air shortcuts in this game. Also, did he miss this? I think he did. There's so many air shortcuts. Sorry, on this track. On this track, there's so many air shortcuts. Yeah, I hate to be so rude and he's so blunt, but he's just missing over and over.
Well, this track is also very hard, so I'm not gonna blame him too much for not going for some of the harder shortcuts.
True, it is great and is one of, if not hardest in the game, but still, there are significant time savings that I believe that we can really see that could have gone that really. Yeah, like after this episode, you can fly on the inside and get to the switchbacks. So taking a long way around. That would have saved you.
Oh no, he's going to take the sun. Oh, that is unfortunate.
Oh no.
Luckily, he was still on the ground. I thought he was going to get hit over the tiny gap right there.
Yeah, well, I'm even more fortunate. I got here. I just did. It's still 3. Forget the second loss from this kid bite, but it's still unfortunate.
Well, looks like that is the run at 26:19. No,
yeah, right. If I load the quality of my stream, I couldn't do what time it was. But we beat Smith. I mean, it's some hope. That's what it was suggested to be at. But I will say, admittedly, I've not done the run myself yet. But I will say, from getting OS and watching, I have seen there are significant savings. It wasn't not the best run in the world for the game. I will say that. There's definitely more that could have been done, but well, you make do. Especially with something, the finest strategy being so RNG intensive might have also not exactly helped. But especially with the last patch, really helped. But oh well, that way you can see some credits. Everything is presumably well. Brad, do you want to say anything?
Well, if you want to learn more about the game, you can join us on the Gensou Skydrift Discord. I'm not gonna link anything because I'm not that much of a shill, but you can just Google search it. It'll probably show up.
Shill enough on the stream. I mean, I want to go do that. I was good. Back.
We have plenty of resources for like new players. So if you want to get into speedrunning this game, also, we can help you out.
If you just want to learn about this more, I mean, yeah, they can also
Exactly.
help out.
Or just play some races because the game is all about the online.
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much. I will say, yeah, if the campaign, as you've seen, doesn't really last long. I mean, there are 2 campaigns. It's only the first one, but
Looks like that's it for this game. So we're probably going to be heading off. So thank you everyone for watching.
We'll kick off. Goodbye. And if we never hear from us again, or maybe we will. We will. We don't know yet. I'm not sure. I think we're live. I think we just stay. Okay. I will say that. Oh. Are we being kicked off?
No. You guys can continue to say goodbye. I just wanted to hop in so I could join in on.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was gonna say, we do Discord, so I'm not sure if it's linked anywhere, but yeah, with Discord we do a lot of things. I mean, I must have to chill ourselves. I mean, I don't really feel like chilling myself. I feel a bit rude chilling myself. I won't do it. But yeah, there's a second campaign. There is a lot more to the game than meets the eye. So it is available on Steam and on Switch. So that's your 2 options for the game. If you're interested by the gameplay and want to buy it.
And soon to be on PS4.
Yes.
Hopefully.
But we still are told. We were promised.
It should be out sometime this month or next,
We hope.
So yeah, thank both of you for coming out and doing commentary for that. That was
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, admittedly, I had a problem being more behind than I thought I would be, but no, it was fine. I mean, nothing better to do. I mean, I was happy to showcase the game a bit. Originally, I thought I could do it in a positive light, but oh well. Yeah, no, it was fun. Yeah.